needs its own attack strategy video. So in this video I'm going to show the tips, kind of the keys for this attack strategy to make it work. We'll take a look at one of the attacks that didn't work out so well and why it didn't work out as well as it could have, why it didn't get the 3-star, in addition to some of the attacks that were successful. So anyway, before I get too much in detail, let me know what you think of the intro, the outro, and the background music in the comments below. If it's too cheesy or if you like it, I'm interested to see what you guys say about that, so let me know below. But taking a look at this strategy, you'll notice that it's a hybrid attack between bowlers and miners, and you're going to see a kill squad go in to get the Inferno Tower, one of the Infernos, and the Eagle taken out. Those are the two important buildings, plus the CC troops, the Queen, some other defenses or bonuses, but those are the main things that you're going to see taken out by the kill squad. And one important thing to note is that the Warden goes in with the heroes on the kill squad, and you use the Warden's ability on your bowlers on your kill squad, not on your miners. And the reason for that is that the miners have the heal spells, they have the ability to go underground, their health isn't as much in jeopardy as the bowlers. That initial push with your kill squad is the critical time in the attack where you need the Warden's ability, where it gets so much value for that 3 or 4 seconds that it lasts. It gets you a ton of value because you have the Eagle, you have the Inferno, you have the CC troops, the Queen, the King, all that stuff attacking your kill squad. The bowlers are going to go down pretty quickly unless you use the Warden's ability at that point in time. So make sure that you use the Warden and his ability on your kill squad, and if you're lucky, he'll peel off onto the miners near the end of the attack and give them the general health buff that he has just without his Eternal Tomb. So if you're lucky, he'll peel off onto the miners. But the main thing is use that Warden's ability during the kill squad. That's important. Looking at this first attack by Memo, comes in with that Golem to tank for the point defense because there was so much initial point defense. Drops down the 3 heroes and the bowlers. You can see right here the CC troops, the Eagle, the Inferno, everything's going in there. The Warden's ability was a tad early because it'll wear off before the Inferno goes down. Typically that's not the best thing, but the miners are already entering the base. Good early deployment there. Gonna tank for each other, adjacent deployment. Like I've said, that's the best way to do it. Get great value, and that helps your kill squad stay up longer. But there's still quite a bit of his kill squad left up. The heroes just took out the Eagle artillery. One of the Infernos is already down, and like I said, at this point in time, it's pretty much a Townhall 10 base. Now, this isn't the best base, granted, but it's not that much of a threat to your miners. You don't need the Warden's ability as long as you have the heal spells. Typically, 2 to 3 heal spells will get the job done. So that you can see the Warden has peeled off onto the miners because he typically gravitates towards big groups of troops, and that's all you need is that little health buff that the Warden gives when they're in his radius, and you can see he's doing a great job there. The Queen goes down, but the main thing is that he has the miners left up, and they'll make their way through the base. Did a great job with the kill squad, and as a result, the miners will just kind of have a smooth sail through the rest of the base. We can go ×2. He's actually going to swag this last heal, which is awesome for a Townhall 11 3-star. So we'll take a look at maybe a slightly better base, and then we'll take a look at one failed attack and talk about why it wasn't as successful as the first 2. So awesome attack to Memo, I guess I'll call it, and let's move on to the next one. Okay, so we have, as always, 2 taken on this base, and if you're wondering about the loss, that was to an engineered clan. Not making excuses, we still should have won the war, but definitely made it a lot harder, and it's tough against those engineered clans. Don't want to talk too much about it. Let's focus on the attacks though. Once again, a Golem for all that initial point defense. That's a good idea when there's so many point defense right at the start of the attack. So the Golem goes down. Warden behind has some bowlers. Same stuff here. The heroes go down. Everything moving on in, and as always does a great job with the Warden's ability. Right here in the critical time when the bowlers are getting low on health, pops that ability, and those 4 seconds get so much value, 3 or 4 seconds, however long it lasts. The Eagle goes down and actually has a split deployment on his miners, which is something you can do, and because he has 4 heals, he can delegate 2 heals to each group of miners, so that helps him allow the spread deployment on either side. Has the heal, they'll get in there and they'll each get an Inferno Tower, so one of the rare exceptions to the Inferno Tower rule, he actually doesn't get an Inferno taken out with his kill squad, but he gets the Eagle, which is pretty important, gets the heroes, gets the CC troops, a big chunk of the base taken out, the miners each get an Inferno Tower, each group does, and has the second heal for each group. Once they deal with these wizard towers and stuff, you can see because he deployed his miners adjacent to his kill squad, the kill squad is pretty much still left up because they weren't flanked by any defenses, and he'll have a ton of troops left up at the end of this attack. You can see how powerful this really is at Townhall 11. We'll go ahead and go ×2. Has the Queen's ability left over, ton of troops left up. Awesome attack as always. This is a little bit of a shorter attack strategy, just couldn't find that many attacks. Only had one war to work with, so my apologies for that, but we'll take a look at one failed attack, because I know, especially based on what you guys said in the survey, that always helps to see. So we'll look at Shy Guy with a good try against this base, definitely a very high level base, but I think the Queen Walk, and don't get me wrong, I'm a big fan of Queen Walks, especially at Town Hall 10 and 11, I think they can get some great value, but for this attack, I don't think it adds anything to the kill squad. You know, you get a few point defense taken out, maybe a few splash damage, but the main things with your kill squad are the CC troops, the Eagle, the Inferno Tower, and the heroes. That's so much more important than any point defense. I think that the, 14 times 4, so that's like 56, I think. That's a lot of troop space to invest in healers, and you can see that the Queen Walk only gets a very small amount of the base taken out. He actually didn't even use a rage, but sometimes you need to use a rage, which is just wasting one spell in my opinion on this attack. But anyway, not adding a whole lot to healers at this point. The Warden's ability is there anyway to protect the health, so you don't need the healers that much for a health boost, especially with the Inferno up and everything. So you can see he only has 19 miners as a result. The kill squad doesn't get any more value really. They still go down at the same point, I guess. Now the Queen is going to be up a little longer because the healers stay on her, but I think the main thing is that you'll notice there's not nearly as many miners, and I think that definitely hinders the attack. Now maybe it wouldn't have worked even if he didn't do a Queen Walk. That might be true, just wasn't the right attack for the space or whatever, but I think the Queen Walk definitely didn't help, and in general I don't think it does help on these attacks. I think you want to have at least, 25 miners or so. That's very important to have a big group of miners because things are so high HP at Town Hall 11. You need them to move through quickly so they continue to get that heal benefit when they go underground. You need them taking out the buildings as quickly as possible so they dip underground as much as possible. Sorry about that. So, I'll even lose my train of thought. But anyway, I don't think the Queen Walk is worth it because it takes up that troop space that could otherwise be invested in miners. Now sometimes, you can see that you'll have an awesome opportunity to do a great Queen Walk, and my group me notifications going off. But, sorry, you can see that there'll be an awesome opportunity to do a Queen Walk, and if that's the case, go for it. But most of the time, if it's only to take out a few point defense, a few wizard towers, a few mortars, typically it's not going to be worth it in my opinion for this attack strategy. Maybe other attack strategies it will, but not for this one. So that's, I think, what contributed to the failure here by Shy Guy. Nice attack though. Hopefully this video helps you Town Hall 11s out there, and it's very powerful as you saw by the first two attacks when it's executed correctly, and I think that this definitely shows that Town Hall 11 has a very rich future with some nice 3-star attempts in the future. So awesome attack to the 3 guys really at Genesis who were in this video. Hope you guys liked it, and once again be sure to let me know what you think of the new video format in the comments below. See you guys later. Bye, Sectatron out.